Hey, this is Dr. Mike from Foothills Chiropractic here in Travelers Rest, South Carolina. And we are coming to you with our Creating Healthier Families series. And last time we talked about my story and my wife's story about how our lives were transformed with the help of chiropractic care. So now I want to go into what we decided for our kids. Because when we talk about creating healthier families, no offense to the parents, but it really comes down to the kids. It really comes down to having healthier kids. And my wife and I, we talked about having kids early on in our relationship. And we talked about how we wanted to raise them. Did we want them to grow up with the same problems that we had as kids? Look at the last video if you want to know our sordid past as far as health goes. We were not the healthiest kids, my wife and I both. So did we want that for us? Do we want that for our kids? Or do we want something better for them? Not that our parents did anything wrong. They just didn't know. They didn't know there was a better way. And then we saw other kids and how they were raised. And again, no judgment here, but the parents that had the big bottle of liquid amoxicillin that was just there, like on hand, and anytime the kid had anything going on, they would start loading them up with amoxicillin. And we agreed that was probably just didn't seem like the best way to do things. So my wife and I, we made some decisions. And the first decision, and the biggest decision, was that our kids were going to get chiropractic care from birth. And my wife was actually going to get chiropractic care throughout pregnancy. And actually before she got pregnant. That was a no-brainer. That chiropractic was going to be front and center in how we raised our kids. And then we talked about, well, how is the birth experience going to go? Was she going to go through the meat grinder of the modern obstetrical system, or was she going to do something different and better? And so we chose natural childbirth. And shout out to Sandy Glenn from Carolina Water Birth in Simpsonville. That's where we had Ben, and she was phenomenal. So she is a great resource if you are pregnant, thinking of getting pregnant. And I know there are other great midwives in the area too. We just dealt with Sandy, and she's fantastic. So highly recommend going that route if you happen to be pregnant or considering getting pregnant. That being said, that was one decision, natural childbirth. And we also knew that we were going to avoid putting them on a lot of different medications because we did a little research. We didn't just go in blindly. We did some research, and we found there's a lot of devastating side effects medications have. If it says, even if the science says that there's a 1 in 10,000 chance that my kid's going to die from taking this drug, he ain't taking it. So we made the decision, we're not just going to pump our kids full of medications. And then there's other things like breastfeeding and eating as much organic food as possible. And as much vegetables and as much fruits and just doing as good as we possibly could. But the most important thing we chose was chiropractic care. Having our kids grow up neurologically sound. Having our kids growing up with the master control system, able to control and coordinate every single function and part of their body. That was first and foremost in what we wanted to do raising our kids. And look at them now. Look at Jack and Ben. Jack's 11, Ben's 9 now. Two ridiculously healthy boys. I mean, like super healthy. I challenge you to find healthier kids than ours. And I'm not bragging because I give the credit to the decisions we made. I give the credit, a lot of it, to chiropractic because they've grown up with no interference to the nervous system. But two healthy boys. Bulletproof immunity. They really, rarely, if ever, miss any school because of illness. They just don't miss it. We don't really live in fear. Thanks to chiropractic, as parents, we really don't live in fear of what's out there. Chronic disease or illness or infection or the flu. We really don't have that fear because we know that they're functioning like they're supposed to. We know they are healthy. And I give chiropractic a lot of credit for this. And here's the really, really cool thing. Go in the phone book. The phone book. Go on Google And just do an informal poll if you really want to do some research. Call a chiropractor and say, hey, doc, I just got a question for you. Tell me about your kids. Are your kids healthy? And I guarantee you that almost to the number, every single one of them will tell you the exact same thing I am telling you about my kids. If they had kids and they raised them in the chiropractic lifestyle, it's the best thing. It's the best way you can raise your kids. There's not even a question about it. So I hope you got a lot out of this. I'm telling you, every family needs a chiropractor. It's not open for debate. It's not an option. It's not every family should have a chiropractor. It's every family needs a chiropractor. If you're in the Travelers Rest area, I'd love for that chiropractor to be me. If you are not, by all means, reach out to me and I will find you a chiropractor that practices the way I do, and you can bring your family to them. Because we are all over the country and we're growing all the time. So thanks for watching. Next week, we're going to continue the series. I'm going to go into the why. Why do kids need chiropractic care? Why do whole families need chiropractic care? So that'll be next week. I appreciate you watching. Just keep up with our Facebook page. You can follow us on all over the World Wide Web. And by all means, if you have any questions, reach out to me. Website is www.trchiro.com. And that's all I got for you. So I hope you have a great weekend, and we will talk to you soon. Peace.